gonna...
A new Breakin. Tank the boss here facing away from the raid. Ranged and healers spread out around the boss. Off tanks tank the ads. The ads cleave and a main priority to nuke down as they spawn periodically throughout the fight. When the ads spawn, they also come with a load of scarabs. If you die, you spawn more scarabs. Kill them. When the boss casts Locust Swarm, your tank needs to kite the boss around the room. Tank can avoid getting hit by the boss by using either a swiftness potion or having a hunter use aspect of the pack and running with them. Grand Window Feline. Nuke the follower ads first. They randomly charge in silence around them, so maybe kite them out of the group if you can't kill them fast enough. Leave the other ads alive for now. The boss does a Rain of Fire ability, move out of that. Also a Poison Volley, you can cleanse this. The boss will enrage every 1 minute. You need a priest to mind control one of the worshippers and cast the silence on the boss. It will dispel the enrage and kill the ad. Rinse and repeat, kill that boss.
Oh my friends. What's going on in Piptown today? Theo, Fernando, Mike, Kate, Sawa, Ahmed. What's up, guys? How are we doing? I'm doing all right today. I'm doing all right. I got a slightly different setup at my desk right now. You might notice I feel like I'm a little further from the camera. That's because I am a little bit further from the camera. Luckily, my microphone is on a nice boom swivel, so the microphone should be, the sound should be pretty much exactly the same. Let me know if it's any different though. But yes, I got a fancy new shelf for my standing desk so that I could adjust the height a little bit more ergonomically correct, put my keyboard and my mouse at a better spot so that I could raise up and lower the monitor a little bit better. It's better. Plus, it puts me a little bit further away from the screen, puts a little bit of strain, or relieves a little bit of strain from my eyeballs. 'Tis all good. 'Tis all good. But what are we doing today? What are we doing today in Piptown, everybody? Well, we're still waiting for whatever that update is going to be that Emilian cheated to us yesterday. We still have no idea what it's going to be, but Emilian is currently in Discord, in the community chat, answering questions. Now, before all of you just go hop over into Discord and start asking him all of your questions, I will let you know that he does not have the answers to any of your questions. I know it seems like he should. It seems like that's his job, but this dev community management team combo seems to be very different from the last one, in that Emilian actually seems to be removed from the development cycle in a way that was that's new to how it was previously. With the last development team, it really did seem like the community managers were part of the development team, and thus they always had the latest information. It was just kind of them deciding whether or not they wanted to give it to us. Emilian seems like he is a bit removed from that he and the dev team are actually in two completely separate locations, and that Emilian is actually receiving information much more slowly than in the previous iterations of the development cycle. So he has given us all of the information he currently has, which is to say there is an update coming. It is scheduled to be released this week or this weekend. Now that only gives us like 2 more days, but he doesn't know for sure if that is going to happen. He also doesn't know for sure what's in it. So it seems a bit strange, but it is what it is. In the meantime, Red TDR, what's going on, dude or dudette, or whatever pronoun you use? Hello, Red. How's it going? Oberon? Hello. So in the meantime, what are we doing here? We are, well, farming up that master currency and continuing to make changes to our ISO. Yesterday, you guys see me use the ISO team in the arena, and you saw where it worked, and you saw where it didn't work. the relative amount of damage output by the team is kind of low. You do really have to protect that Yeti at all costs or find ways to get around the lack of offense. So we're going to continue to play with that today. I think I have found the team that functions the best defensively, though offensively, every circumstance is a little bit different. So let's go ahead and get right into it for the day and see what we can do. We're going to start off with an arena battle so that we can get that timer going. Now, as you'll notice, I got pushed back to rank 82 over last night. So I can come in here and actually see who the lowest team is that I have available to me. It looks like 69. It is this double tank pirate team. Now there's no Wu on this team, which is actually makes this team worse, right? If you were to swap out Argenta for Master Wu here, you'd actually get more play because of Master Wu's ability to heal, his ultimate ability to give people vulnerable and disarm, and this is not nothing, his ability to put people into stealth when their life gets nice and low. So let's go ahead and give this one a shot and see if we have any hope of being able to defeat it. So the team that I'm going to bring in here for this is here. We now have two people who can cleanse off of, or that can cleanse the taunt off of the tank. But we've got to be careful because we do not have the cleanse that comes from Kelvin, right? So we're going to go in here with this, and we're just going to be a little bit careful of watching out for like the dizzy effects that will prevent the Yeti from countering. That's really going to be the main concern here while we're in this fight. We do want to try to take down Redbeard first to the best of our ability. Let's see if we can just make him miss. We can. Then we can do a little bit of AoE to give everybody attack up, and I should be able to slap Dizzy on Redbeard. Excellent. Now, if I can remove the taunt from Scarlet, that'll be excellent. And now, if I can, smash for 12,000 damage with the Yeti's special. You saw this worked exactly the way it was supposed to. And now, well, now they got nothing left. Not really, at least. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and give a little defense up to everybody on the team. We don't need this heal quite yet, so we're going to actually just continue to swap at Argenta here. Nice. Oh, and we just managed to pass up Scarlet's turn, which means her taunt is already gone. You can see here the power of that 2 taunt team. We don't need to taunt with the Yeti. We can just come in and just start slapping around. Now we'll go back to Scarlet. Scarlet does have defense up, which is going to be a major bummer, but I don't know that it's going to be super important to us at the moment because there isn't a lot of offense left on their team. We do lose our little spaceman, but that's all right. Now we can get the heal from Wu, and now we can actually grab the taunt from the Yeti. Uh-oh. Oh no, did I get Wu screwed? I got Wu screwed! No way! I used Wu's heal, and now we are stuck. Can I get out of this by putting it into auto mode? Maybe? Let's see. If I can put it into auto mode, it still should be fine. It should be able to win otherwise. Yes. Okay. You saw that I got frozen there. We're just going to do this in auto mode, which is luckily for us. Yes. Excellent. Brilliant. Luckily for us, we didn't have to worry about it. By the time we got into auto mode, we were perfectly fine at being able to complete that battle. So, there you go. With 2 tanks on the team, you will be taunting less with the Yeti. This can work to your advantage, especially if you have that spaceman on your team who actually has his ultimate as well, if you manage to keep him alive, which I didn't, but it didn't matter. So, I think that's the Ice Station Odyssey team that we are going to be running with for the foreseeable future. Now today is Pegleg's Treasure Day. Everybody make sure you log in and get that Pegleg's Treasure because this is the single most helpful event in the entire game. Woo! Red, did you just do 85k damage? No. I don't know what you think you saw, but Red was definitely not Red. I definitely did not do 85k damage. That would be kind of nuts. Ooh, also, everybody remember, early adopters for your Quincy starts tomorrow. That's exciting. Theo, I can't believe they haven't fixed the bug yet. Aha, yes, you're talking about the woo screw bug. It's going to be so bad when more people get woo at the end of December. That might actually be one of the bugs they're fixing in the upcoming update, to be completely honest with you. In fact, it's one of the only bugs that I can think of that persists throughout the game at the moment. So if they were going to fix one, it seems like it might as well be that one, right? Oh no, it was 8.5K. I had to do a double take, says Theo. Yes, 8.5K is what it was. But yes, I do love the Yeti's ability to smash, especially against opponents that have Dizzy on them. Because remember, his third ability, if you have Dizzy, does 200% damage times 2, or 400% damage. It is very easy for the Yeti to one-shot characters who have Dizzy on them if that third ability hits. If that third ability had either missed or been dodged, then that fight would have gone very, very differently. Would we have won? Hopefully, but there's no guarantees at that point. Okay, so we're gonna come in here, do a little conversion. So we got that 80 master currency there. We know that we need to come in and complete some of these challenges. Ability materials is today, always a good one. I love the ability materials challenge for the reward that it gives. Faux show. I've never had that woo screw bug as long as I have had him, says Captain Flamart. Well, you are lucky. I've had it a total of 3 times, and it's actually only caused me to lose the battle once, because I did what I just did for you guys live. I actually swapped the whole battle into auto mode, but it still didn't work. It was still frozen on him, and it actually counted down 3 whole minutes with nobody doing anything. So it is definitely a bug that they are definitely aware of, that definitely needs to get fixed. It tends to only occur when I am winning, I do notice. So the only time it ever occurs is when it's troublesome for you, is basically what I'm getting at. Okay, now I think I have to complete a bunch of Pip Town quests and another arena quest. I think that's what I've got left for my objectives today. So let's go through, collect all of the things, excellent, excellent, excellent. Some more energy, oh right, and we have our refresh. Yes, I accept you, refresh. I'm feeling nice and refreshed. 48 minutes left on the Elite Champion timed quest. So if you got a couple more battles to do, go ahead and make sure that you do them. We will not be able to win 20 arena battles with castle characters. That would require that we win 6 more battles in 48 minutes, which just pure time-wise, I don't think we have. So you guys have heard that I am continuing to star up my burn baby. We already did 1 set of glyph hunt missions today. We'll continue to clear out this other set of glyph hunt missions. Please and thank you. This will be all of our hard missions done. All of our glyph hunt missions are already done. We need to find those Pip Town missions. Now, I did use some of my money from yesterday to level up Vankman. So I'm actually going to come in here and see if we can get some Pip Town by farming more of the materials that I need to eventually level him up. I need 4 more of these fancy quivers. Let's see what I've got in here. Yes, here you go. This is Pip Town. I've got 140 energy, so this should be a decent place to use a chunk of it. Let's see how many I can get here. 13 attempts. Keep it going, keep it going. I got exactly 4 of them. Brilliant. That ran out of all of the rest of my energy, but you guys know I got more energy to get here, right? Yes, because I can spend those gems to refresh that energy. Give me 1 second to do this, and I will answer all of the questions that I see you guys putting into chat. So, I'm not going to spend all of the energy here because I only need 1 fancy dynamite plan, and I'm just looking for 1 of them. And I got it right off the bat. Amazing. So, Now, I saw that some of you asked the question, will I refresh my booster pass? Captain Flameheart, I will refresh my booster pass for as long as I am playing the game. I am dedicated enough to it that for as long as I am playing the game, I will be using the booster pass. Unless, for example, they like double the price of it, in which case, then I would stop. But for the time being, yes, I will be refreshing my booster pass. Okay, we're getting all these fancy coffees. I have this zombie. You've been zombie screwed before. Theo, don't press auto between him being KO'd and being resurrected. Theo, good to know. An Extreme Gamer, good morning, sir. How are you doing? The only game-breaking bug I had was when Slimer came in, his attack made the game crash. Aha! I never actually experienced that particular bug, but I'm glad that that got fixed relatively soon. That seems like a pretty major one. Okay, Vankman, already 4 out of 6 toward gear 7. Excellent. Level 54. Cool. Sitting on that nice and purty. I did already do the peg legs, right? Yes, times 0. Excellent. Got to double check on these things because you do not want to miss your peg leg. Let's come back into the Monolith Waste. I have already gotten my daily dose of Blacktron Dwayne. So let's go in and get the daily dose of all of the other characters that I am farming up for that Master Store, baby. Farm up for the Master Store. Oh, yeah. All right. 100 gems, that's where I stop with the energy refreshes. I could probably afford to do one whole more refresh of Monolith Energy, but 100 gems just seems a little bit expansive. I'm already spending 200 gems per day for energy refreshes of various kinds, so I don't really feel like, you know, shelling out for too much more. Extreme, I'm good, my man. I'm doing all right. Today, I think, is going to be a relatively slow day. I've got a couple of meetings later at work and a couple of jobs that I got to pull off that are probably relatively easy, but you know what? They got to get done because that money's got to get made. All right, Sal comes in here next. How many of those white potions do I have? Oh, you mean the ability 1 materials? I don't know. Let's find out. Red. I keep losing arena. So close to gold level 3. We'll keep on doing it, man. I have 3,000 tier 1 ability elixirs. There is the answer to your question. And I'm only going to be getting more. So, wait, it doesn't max out at 3,000, right? 2,999 is kind of a scary number. Yeah. Okay, it keeps on going. I have over 3,000 tier 1 ability mats. 4 more battles left to do in Monolith Waste. Extreme, you mean on, what is it? The 4th board? That you've got a few more to max out? Get to it, bro. Get it all done. Ahmed, how many of the white ones do you have? Yeah, it is definitely a lot of tier 1 elixirs. Now, the old dev team definitely said that they were interested in putting something into the game that would allow you to do something useful with all of the extra pieces of gear and extra ability materials and whatnot that you have that you're just like building up that you're not using for anything. So we still have yet to see exactly what that's going to be or if this new dev team has any interest in keeping that, but I'm very, very anxious for it. Okay, let's come in here and attack team number 59 again with the same team we're using before. Now, this one should arguably be easier because we have only 1 tank to get around in order to get to Redbeard. And again, once Redbeard goes down, we are in a pretty good spot. So we get the clumsy put on him. That will allow us to put attack up on all of our characters. We'll go ahead and grab a little dizzy onto him. And now we have some questions here. I think Wu might actually start by doing a heal. So we're going to do a bigger attack with our Master Wu, and then we're going to see if we can clobber this guy down. Yes, we do. Another 12,000 point hit, and Redbeard is gonzo. Now we're going to go ahead and throw out a heal / retaliate on the Yeti, while we also clear the taunt from Valiant. Having done that, everybody, or let's see. Right, Locust already has defense up, so we do not need to use the defense up move from our whatchamajigger. What is his name? From Commander Cold. That's his name. Now, the Yeti is relatively low on health, so we are not going to put that heal on. Or rather, we're not going to put that taunt on, because despite the fact that he will have the ability to counter, we really just don't want him to die, because if he dies, that would be worse. Now we can go ahead and use that special ability and lock out everybody's specials with our woo. We're going to continue to come in here and fight down Cook Bart. Aha! Except that Cook Bart gets put into stealth, which happens all the time. So, we're going to use this AoE ability while our Locust is still alive. Come in here and do a little damage to their woo screw. Well, let's get the heal out from our woo. I know that their woo has already used his heal and is in line to do his ultimate, which you're seeing right now. But can the Yeti finish the job? Yes, he can. Now we're going to come in here and just take down their Valiant, and this battle's looking pretty darn good for us. We're going to switch back over to Cook Bart here. Oh yeah, let's do a little ultimate action from the Yeti Man. Get that debilitate up on the enemy team. Oh, it's going to be lights out for you, sir. Lights out for you. And this time we win an arena battle with all 5 characters still left alive. I like this team. It works. What can I say? It's a little bit more dangerous because you lack Kelvin's ability to remove turn meter with her second ability, her ability to cleanse with her third ability, plus her passive that grants a little bit of healing to everybody. Also, she's super fast, running as a space character with the chill team. But all in all, I think the addition of Locust gives us more utility. An extra person to actually be soaking up damage as an extra tank, keeping people off of Magisto and Woo and Yeti if you need him to. How it performs on defense, well, the Yeti and Locust are going to basically be taunting right at the beginning. So on defense, I don't know that it works quite so well, but who knows? Maybe it still does. Okay, guys, we're coming in here for the premium bag. What is the premium bag going to give us today? While I am reading through the rest of your comments, put your bets in, and let's see who gets the premium bag guess closest. Let's see. Captain has 526 tier 1 elixirs, but you also spend all of them. Yes, Captain, I was like you until I got to the point of the game that I'm at now, where I'm just like, I don't need to use them on everybody because I need to save my money for the most point. Extreme Gamer, the last board. Excellent. 4 more battles left to do on that final board. Get them done, sir. Get them done. We should be able to trade them for something. Yeti is a strong dude. Yes, Red, the Yeti is very strong. I like the Yeti. Theosaurus, it would be nice to know if we'll ever see a massive Moneybags event again. 1.5 every few weeks is manageable, but I want to know if I can be more free with my spending. Theo, I had the exact same thought that you just had on this past Moneybags event. And in fact, that would be a really good question to ask Emilian. Let's see, it's currently, yeah, Emilian should still be live in the community chat on Discord. If you want to post that question in there to him, see if he knows of an answer, or at least he knows of current intentions of the developers. I would put that one in there. I'm very, very curious to have the answer to that one too. I just spend whenever I need an upgrade. It's not really worth it waiting for a possible surprise Moneybags. Yes, Captain, I completely understand where you're coming from. The difference is whether or not you have a particular new team ready to go. So, for example, I'm looking at leveling up Basil and Vankman, but I'm not looking to use them until I actually have Willa unlocked. So, until I have Willa unlocked, I'm just stockpiling everything, because if some sort of update comes through or new event comes through that gives me some things that instead of spending all of my money, I'll actually just be given the materials through events, or if they make some changes to the game mechanics that make my current plan less relevant, I want to know that, and I want to be ready for that, not have wasted all my materials. So I agree with you. Absolutely use your materials to level things up whenever you can, but make sure that you're using them on things that you're actually going to use. I don't know about that new dev team. Seems to be just Emilian and his laptop. Mike, if that were the situation, we would definitely have more answers. That's for sure. Okay, now we're getting into it. Theo says it's going to be Sal tiles. Ahmed says Kai. Mike says fitness instructor. Captain Flameheart still with the 200 Gorwell tiles. Captain, I like the way you think, bro, and I hope that you are right. We've got another vote for Gorwell. Okay, let's see what it is. Premium bag opening right now. We get, first off, some casholas. What are them cash monies going to be? 150,000 cash monies. Some gear we don't care about. And 10 Burnibus tiles. Okay. Not the highest number of tiles, but I am finishing out Burnibus to 150. So getting 10 tiles of him, I'll take it. Who was the closest? Oof. In this case, I think no one was the closest. Nobody had guessed a castle character, and nobody had guessed the right number. So, unfortunately, everybody loses out on that one. All right, so we've spent our energy. We've done our events. Let's see if we've got another refresh in the arena. We've got 3 minutes left on that arena refresh. Let's come into the Brixpedish and get this going. Now, reminder to everybody, we are farming up Magisto's tower here. And then aside from that, we're just sort of getting whatever makes the most sense for us to get in the moment. So, I have 7 guild allies for today. That means I'm not going to use any of them until I get to the second half of the board. It is day 6, and that means at the end, I think we're facing pirates? I can't remember if it's pirates or collectibles, but anyway, it's not ninjas, which is the important thing to note here, which means that our final battle is going to be arguably easier than it otherwise could be, which is perfectly fine for us. Okay, let's go ahead and take out the Vankmeister. And then, who needs to go next? Well, it's going to be whoever gets the taunt on him. Oh, look at that. Kelvin gets the taunt with the damage reduction. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeti with the counter means that we do not have to worry about him losing any health, really, because none of these guys at this level are going to hit hard enough for it to matter. So, every single hit against the Yeti should be a counter for basically his full health. Nice. Oh, look at all that counter damage. I'll take it. Wow, Burnibus called an assist, and then the Yeti countered against Burnibus and the assist. To be completely honest with you, that seems a little bit like a bug. I'm not sure that that should happen. I understand the mechanics of why that happened, but it actually feels slightly incorrect to me, right? I feel like the assist shouldn't count as an attack that is worthy of the payback target. I'm not upset about it because in this case it worked toward my favor, but someday that will not work in my favor. And then I'll be upset about it. Possibly like with Redbeard, right? Redbeard on a team, he's going to counter against both characters. It's a big deal. Wait, how many tiles is that? Red. How many tiles is what? And do we know what event will be after Quincy? Yes, Extreme. After Quincy is the Master Wu event. Gorwell. Why Gorwell? What does Gorwell mean? So, Red, Gorwell is another character that you can pull down from premium bags. Right now, the only place where you can get Gorwell is in premium bags. Hold on one second. I need to figure out... Yeah, okay. The set I'm using is fine. Gorwell is a very, very powerful space character. She can incrementally speed up all of the characters on the team. Additionally, she has a giant full team heal that is basically impossible to get around unless you kill her before she does it. So Gorwell is an extremely powerful character for the space team and might actually help to pull through that space meta that everybody has been kind of sort of waiting for, depending on when raids come out, because Gorwell is supposed to be one of the new characters coming with the raid. Apparently, Gorwell is supposed to all of a sudden start being farmable. So we'll see if it actually happens. We'll see when raids come out, but that's why everybody harps on it. Is that legit to counter on assist? Yes, Slab. You just saw it live on the stream. That is, in fact, what happens, regardless of whether or not it's what should be happening. Matt, if you worked at Gameloft, what would you change about the game? Obviously dodge, but what mechanics other than dodge would you change? Well, one of the things that I would do is actually institute a policy of buffs and debuffs for characters. I think that for the most part, these games suffer from the serious amount of power creep because whenever a group of characters gets too powerful, they leave it that way. And then they just make other characters more powerful to match. And I think that's a mistake. I understand that you don't want to penalize people who have spent a lot of money and a lot of their time to farm a particular team upon hearing that that team is the best. However, I think that it actually works against the longevity of the game to never address those sorts of issues. If a team is too strong, that's a problem, and it should actually get nerfed. So, Magisto's Tower, for example, if you are running a particularly strong magical or spooky team, there's evidence there, if it's practically unbeatable by any metric in the game, that that team needs a little bit of a nerf. And I know that that would be upsetting to people, so the real trick is to set up a series of rewards and exclusions that would allow people to suffer through that nerf but not feel like they've wasted all of their money. For example, an extraordinary gem payout for every single time they do a nerf to a particular character. Just go through every single person who has that character and give them some extraordinary amount of gems as compensation, right? It's not going to make them happy that the nerf happened, but at least it'll make them aware that the team that is running the game has it in their best interest to keep you happy, right? And also to keep the game healthy. So that's one of the things that I would actually institute if I worked for Gameloft on this particular game. Mechanically speaking, I think I would also try to rebalance out some of the characters by making some more of the abilities just a 100% chance to do whatever the ability said it was going to do. And I think that there is a certain percentage that is useful and certain percentages that are, well, unuseful. Not useful, unuseful, not useful, not useful. So, more specifically, the Yeti has a 50% chance on his normal attack to do an extra attack. 50% is a pretty useful percentage, right? It's a coin flip. We can understand that in our brain, right? We know that there's just as much chance of it happening as not happening. It means we're not going to rely on it, but we're going to hope for it, right? It means that when it happens, we can be excited about it. And it means that when it doesn't happen, we can't be that sad about it. We still just kind of let it go. A 90% chance that something is going to happen, however, is very, very dangerous. Why? 90% is almost all the time. Exactly. That's why it's dangerous. Because if you have a 90% chance that something's going to happen, all of a sudden, emotionally, I start to rely on the ability for that thing to happen, whatever it is. So, 1 out of every 10 times when it doesn't happen, I'm just going to be supremely disappointed instead. So 90% is a useful percentage. So is anything below 50%, because it means you can never rely on it happening, because most of the time it's not going to. So for example, before Poppy got her rework, when she had her ability to res, but it was only a 30% chance, well, everybody just basically said, oh, Poppy can't res. They didn't say, oh, she's got a chance at resurrecting everybody. They just said, well, you can't rely on her to res, so you would not include her as a resurrector on your team because she just wouldn't do it. So below 50%, you've got this problem. Above 50%, I think you have the same problem. So that's one of the things that I would fix. Either it happens or it doesn't happen, or there's an exact 50% chance that whatever it is could happen. I think that would be a very interesting way to go and a very, very positive change to make for the game in general. What are some other things that I would do? Oh, so I would make sure to go through and equate certain abilities to make sure that they were all doing what I would argue they should be doing. So, I mean, I guess that sounds like kind of a no-brainer, but let me be more specific. So, for example, Redbeard has an ability that will cleanse all debuffs from every single person on the team. And then, for all the Buccaneers on the team, it will also heal them per the amount of debuffs on the enemy team. Kelvin has an ability that has a chance to clear one debuff from somebody on your team, with a chance to clear a second debuff from one person on your team. That's incredibly weak in the face of what Redbeard can do. Now, it also puts this damage block buff, which admittedly is a huge buff. But again, it only does it to one character, where Redbeard can cleanse his whole team and heal them if they're all Buccaneers. That's so much more powerful than Kelvin's ability, and it occupies a similar slot on the board. It's not an ultimate. So there are things like that that I would also look at and go, well, wait a minute. These two things don't equate. And not only do they not equate, they're not even close to equating. I would fix that kind of stuff. Okay. So that was kind of a long answer to your question, but I think that's what you were looking for. Extreme, is Explorer Iggy a good character? Fernando is correct. Iggy is not a great character. Theo, I think, is the only person in the game who actually has him. And Theo, I send my thoughts and prayers over to you. Theo actually unlocked Explorer Iggy for me, actually, when I was testing the city team. When I was testing the city team with Fire Station, because he can give grit up to everybody on your team, which is why I was using him. So I was actually using Theo's Iggy for a while in Brickspedition to test out the Fire Station to see if I could get extra stacks of courage on people. But it did not really work. Iggy is a character that definitely needs to be reworked, because I mean, you can look at your arena shard and see that 0 people use Iggy, and that should be all that you need to know. Don't forget to grab your Peg Leg's treasure. Yes, Slabmeat had said his ultimate is useful, but he as a figure is not. Yes, Theo, this is more about Iggy. Exactly right. There is no reason for this first special to give him health down. There's no reason for his basic to be so weak, and to award only defense up 30% of the time. Yeah, Theo, Iggy's definitely going to get a rework pretty soon, I would imagine. It's so clear who the worst characters are, and I have a feeling he's going to be, on that list. Miguel, what's up, man? When you fight Aurora's dodge looks like 90%. It's frustrating. Yes, Explorer Aurora has some pretty extreme dodge. Okay, look at this team right here, rank 51. Interesting. Then there's this rank 50 team. Oh no, with Magisto's Tower and these couple magical characters and the taunt just being thrown around everywhere. Not gonna deal with it. All right. Let's come into this 51 and see what we can do here. Now, obviously we need to get Explorer Aurora down first. We do need to be aware that there are 3 specials on this team. Basil the Batlord, Pegleg, and Kai all have those special abilities. But if we cannot take down Explorer Aurora, then none of this matters. So we're going to come in here and try to get her down as fast as we possibly can, which means, this is going to be a tough one, because we're not really going to be able to get her down before Basil gets his taunt off. And when Basil gets his taunt off, then it's going to be the Yeti's turn. Yes. Okay. So we're going to do something a little bit different here. Let's put this Dizzy on Basil. I'm going to go ahead and give another hit to Explorer Aurora. There's Basil doing his thing. Now, oh my goodness, I did get Explorer Aurora's turn first. Oh, because Basil used his heal instead. That's what happened. Oh my. Okay, in that case, we're going to grab this taunt with the Yeti. Get him countering. Everybody, please. Oh no, I get the stun from Redbeard. I totally forgot about that one. Boo to the urns. So now that means we just really need to come in here and take down Explorer Aurora to the best of our ability. Oh, goodness gracious. This is going to be a struggle bus. Oh, God, we still have the Yeti with this stun while he's taunted. Bad news bears. That's what that is right there. Oh, my goodness. I think we made a bit of a mistakety stake here. Let's go ahead and grab some AoE damage out here. We need to cleanse this taunt off of Basil. That is fine. We have the characters to do it, and we can grab another taunt in the process. Excellent. Now, is Valiant going to grab his taunt? That is our biggest question. No, because we're going to lock everybody out of their abilities unless they resist. Please don't resist. This should allow us to come in here and take down Explorer Aurora. Brilliant. Put the AoE out on everybody. Amazing. Yes, let's get it out there. Boom. Oh, and Kai and Aurora go down at the same time. This is excellent. I am now just going to smash down Senor Redbeard. Let's go ahead and get the Yeti special out on everybody. Now, I know that Valiant still has his taunt available. Oh, and there it goes. Bad news bears. Because now we have to fight through the taunt, but I think we're actually going to be okay because our team is so much faster than they are at this point. Do I need to use the special? No, I don't. And because the Yeti is stealth, that means there is no chance of a counter from the reddest of beards. Now, everybody has debilitate and gets hit, so everybody's going to lose all of their turn meter, which allows us to come through, get that last heal off with the woo screw, and Redbeard goes down, followed by Basil, the Bat Lord. Boom! We nailed that team. I like it. Interesting that what ended up happening, we ended up kind of wasting a whole round there while we were actually fighting against like Aurora, then Basil, Aurora, then Basil, and Basil actually did his heal earlier than he otherwise would have. So I don't know if that would have been different if we had just focused on Explorer Aurora instead. I might have been able to take her down first, which actually probably, I mean, definitely would have been better, but I wasn't expecting to get around to her because I was expecting Basil to taunt, which he would have done if I hadn't have hit him for enough damage. Interesting. Okay, I've got a new plot in my head for how to do that battle next time. She used to be able to revive figures on her group heal about 30% chance. You're talking about Poppy, Theo? Yeah, she used to be able to, but that 30%, it's just too low. Nobody can plan on 30%. That's ridiculous. Mike, I like to hear your opinion on these things, Matt, so thanks for the informative answer. You are welcome, sir. It is what I am here for. I salute you. I don't know why I needed to salute you, but you got to salute anyway. Okay, dokie. See if we can just take down this cactus. Oh, so close. Yeti, save me. Get everybody down. There we go. Now everybody is stealthed, which, oops, didn't think about, because that means the Yeti doesn't get any of those paybacks, but that should be fine, to be completely honest with you. We'll go ahead and give everybody a little bit of defense up, see if we can pull some people out of stealth, which we do. Then let's go ahead and pull off this woo heal here. I think everybody should be pretty good to go for the rest of the battle. Yes? Nice. Now, can our Magisto clear the board for us with his special right now? Would be nice. Ooh, everybody except this cactus girl who's going down right now. 8,000 point crit. I'll take it. Do I think Bricked should be made more effective? It's just basically dots with a new icon. I do think that Bricked should be made more effective. I think right now it does 15% of the target's max health if they use a special. It doesn't actually function as a dot because Brick doesn't do anything unless you use a special move, and then it deals 15% of your max health in damage. I think that should probably be upped to like 20%, maybe even 25%. I mean, it should really matter. If you are bricked, hold on one second. Let's see, I don't need anybody, so I'm just gonna come right through the middle here. Yeah. If you have bricked and you choose and you make that decision to use a special ability, it should really matter. As it is now, it kind of sort of doesn't matter. Like, you have bricked, if you need to use the special ability, you just do it anyway, and you just suffer through the damage. If they really wanted to make it effective, they'd have to increase the amount of damage that it deals, which would be a really easy thing for them to do. But they just need to do it. All right, coming through here, let's give everybody this attack up. Now, this works out very well because I put the clumsy down. Oh, this is looking brilliant. Now we need to say, All right, I'm going to take a risk here, move a little bit of damage over to Magisto. Oh, it was a mistake. I did not see that my little man in the back there had his heal ready, but it didn't matter because the Yeti still did 13,000 points of damage. 13,000 points of damage. Merv, what do we have for him? Well, today with 13,000 points of damage, crew, we've got a giant hit from the Yeti. Come on down. Hey. All right, let's remove all of these buffs from Magisto so that we can come in here and take him down. We get a dodge from Magisto. Very unfortunate, but can we take him out with our Magisto special? I hope so, because that means then... Oh, another dodge coming. Because why wouldn't Magisto dodge? It is obviously the right thing for him to do in every occasion. That's 2 dodges in a row from Magisto. Come on, Magisto. I just want to take you down. But right now, I don't really want to suffer through your counter damage. So that's going to be a problem. How about a big miss damage? There we go. Oh, man. Come on, dude. Taking down Magisto can be very, 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 very hard when he has both Hardy and Payback. But we'll get there. Slowly but surely, we will get there. Let's go ahead and give a little heal. Oh my goodness. And here comes their Magisto special, which is just going to reinforce Dizzy, this time on the Yeti. Oy, oy, oy. All right, everybody who has Debilitate is now going to get hit and lose all their turn meter. This should be good. We just have to suffer through all of this extreme Magisto damage. There we go. We can clear out his ability to retaliate. Now we'll take down the chef, except that he dodged. Whoa! And then so many turns went around that we ended up having to quit this battle because they ended up killing our Locust with all of their time bombs. Boo earns. Sometimes you can just out-heal the damage. It happens to Chef a lot under Ice Glider. Yeah, that's true. Though the damage hits before the heal, so he can get KO'd. Chef is really powerful with the Arctic Glider. Yes, he is. Working on a Chef team, same for the other Better City heroes. Yeah, so the Arctic Glider is a very, very positive, very, very powerful set if you have the team to go with it. I actually do have the team to go with it now. I have maxed out Explore Aurora, and I think I have all of my city characters at gear level 6, just sort of like waiting to become more useful. But yeah, there's a lot to do there. Okay, now I want to come in here and I want to make sure that we take down Pegleg. That's still the right move. 20,000 point crit. Very nice. Now I'm going to come in here and do things a little bit differently. Instead of grabbing the taunt from you, I'm going to go ahead and put a little defense up on everybody and then clear the taunt with Woo. Now we're going to come back in here and grab a taunt with our Yeti. Which does not come with a bonus. Boo. Boo. Doesn't come with payback. And we'll see what happens with... great. Magisto used his heal on Captain Valiant instead. That means that we can take down Magisto lickety-split here. Or at least that's the hope. We'll go ahead and try and lock everybody out of their abilities. Hopefully we can avoid getting the AoE Dizzy from their Magisto. This would be very nice. Their Magisto comes in with the miss. Now we'll come in with the AoE from the Locust. And great. Oh, look at this. Taking down everybody. Just left, right, and center. Pirate Cook Bart, you, sir, are looking low, so we're going to come and get you next. Now, brilliant. Let's go ahead and do a little AoE from the Yeti. And now we're actually going to go into that waiting move mode where we need to actually get our heals off. So, we'll get the heal off onto the Yeti. Brilliant. We will get the heal off onto Oh, well, that was all the heals we actually needed, I think. I can top up everybody if I want to, but I think it would be better for me to just end the fight rather than worry about dealing out more heals, because I think that I will avoid more damage by ending the fight than I would otherwise. Oh my gosh, Chef, that's 4 dodges in a row. 5 dodges in a row, and the Chef succumbs to the dots that we had put on him. 5 dodges in a row. Game Loft, I hope you're watching. The dodge mechanic is the worst mechanic in the game. Get rid of it, please. Anyway, Slab, you advised me to stick with the Megistos Tower team, but you're having so much more fun with the Yeti. Slab, that's because I actually don't have the Megistos Tower team yet. So what I can tell you is I love the Yeti. He is extraordinarily strong, but if you have the opportunity to go for the Megistos Tower team, if you can farm up Willa and everybody else, then you definitely should. Okay, this team has less damage on it, so we're gonna go in here. Now I've got 4 battles left, so I'm gonna go ahead and start using some Gildius aliases. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put a Scarlet on here. That's a 3rd tank, but in this case, I'm using the Scarlet just to prevent my team from dying. Yeah, I have nothing to do this last week or so. Tell Emilian, he said, and I quote, "There's much more to do in game. You may have missed it. Check it out in the game." Yeah, I understand exactly what you're feeling, Mike. Any thoughts on what Emilian and his laptop may have in this update? I think it's going to be a series of bug fixes for the most part, and I think that the biggest thing that we can hope for is actually that it includes some sort of like Christmas update reward kind of thing. We know that they were throwing around the idea of having another event come for Christmas time. So I think that's probably what this event is going to have in it. At least that would be my hope. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and cleanse Argenta just to make it easier to take her out. Now I know I'm gonna be getting a cleanse out from this little tanky tank here. Great. Now I can come back to Princess Argenta, who just got all of those buffs that I removed from her reapplied. So let's remove them yet again because I want them to go away. Cook Bart, I have a feeling Cook Bart is going to get a heal off here. Oh yes, we get the taunt from the Yeti, but it is unaccompanied by the payback because we did not get a crit. There goes that one. Can we take down Wu? My hope is that we can, despite the fact that he has all of these, this dodge ability that Wu always has. So if we can get to him before he gets dodge up on himself, that would be very, very nice. Let's see if we can hit everybody with this AoE attack and get it down from there. Ah, there's the first Wu dodge. But Wu fails to give us a second dodge. I like you very much. I like you. Do you like me? Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do a little Yeti ultimate here. Great, that takes out Cook Bart and remove all of the turn meter from Valiant, who was just about to get a turn. I'm sorry, little Valley Val. And my team is fully healed up as we end the battle. What were you guys saying? Captain, he kind of has a point, but it also makes 0 sense. I'm at 2.2 million awesomeness, still have not maxed every hero that's in the game, also don't use all of them. But to call that there's more to do is not a great answer. Yes, Captain, I agree with you completely. If you do not have every single character maxed out, then of course there is technically more to do. But there's a difference between having a thing to do and that thing being meaningful, right? So if you haven't already fully upgraded your minor clay, well, okay, you're not going to use them anyway, so what would be the point, right? And I think that that's what you're getting at, is there's no point to that. So why would you tell me that there's a whole bunch of things left to do in the game if half of them are meaningless? And I completely agree with you. Okay. We're going to come in here and we're going to start by trying to take down the Yupster. The Yuppinator. The Yupparama. His yuppiness. Now, the Yupster is almost dead. And I don't think there's a heal coming right? They can't heal. So, but he does have dodge up, and I can't really take the risk that he's going to stay alive. So we just got to take him out. Now, we're going to get a whole bunch of taunts up here now. We're going to try and clear the taunt. Actually, let's see if we can just get... there we go. We get the payback up on the Yeti. That's brilliant. We're going to try and take down Officer Primo first. Look at that. We get some counter up. So this is an interesting change that they made, if I'm being completely honest with you. Now, if you get attacked by a character that has stealth, but another character on the opponent's team has taunt, you won't counter against the character that had stealth, but you will counter against the tank, which seems like an odd choice, if I'm being completely honest with you. So you still can't counter against characters that have stealth, but you will counter against the tank on the team instead. It seems a little odd, right? Like either stealth can't be countered or it can. And I'm not sure exactly why they made that change. They did. So now you saw like he had stealth, so I didn't counter against him at all. But the first turn where he had stealth, I did counter against him, and it did damage to Crook Chuck instead. Very odd. Very odd, in my opinion. Okay, so let's see. I was hoping to go through, get a heal from Magisto, but then he's going to get his turn again, which means that, well, that might be better. Let's see if that works the way that I want it to. Because I know that he's going to attack the Yeti. Ooh, unless I actually just kill him here, which would be much better. Never discount how fast the space characters get with the Ice Station Odyssey. That 20% to speed, that's big news. Emilian says, I want all of the characters. Yes, Emilian, Extreme says, I want all the characters. Yes, Extreme, I want all the characters as well. You should use your Zane, Locust, Yeti, Magisto, Wu team with Magisto's Tower, says Ahmed. I don't have my Magisto's Tower leveled up quite yet, sir. It's actually the reason why I'm not using it. Well, no, the reason why I'm not using it is because I'm missing out on lots of the other characters that I would like to have in order to use it. But it's not entirely a bad idea. I could try to use it anyway, because I do have a series of magical characters. Maybe I'll give it a shot. I do need to upgrade the Magisto's Tower. I do need to start putting all of the materials into it, so maybe I will. Maybe I will. Okay, which team to fight here? Oof. They both have the potential to do pretty extreme amounts of damage, but I think this one is going to be easier to take down faster. So we're going to start there. Let's get a bunch of heals in here. Come in with, who should I pick up? I'm going to pick up a Scarlet, because I know there's going to be a lot of damage going down in here. Are you just collecting more than competitiveness extreme? I'm looking, but I'm finding nothing. I feel like Hans Blix. Hans Blix? Hans Blix? Okay, we're still coming in here to take down Redbeard, but now, let's see, he did not get... Ugh. Alright, well, I still need to put the attack up on everybody, despite the fact that the counter's gonna come in. Oh, but I get lucky, and I snag a dodge in there. Absolutely brilliant. Now, now I think I can take out the Yeti just by doing his basic... Yes, I can do his taunt, which normally comes... Oh, I guess I didn't get... Boo earns. I guess I did not get the counter that I was hoping for on that one. But let's see if we can come in here and snag... Here it is. We'll just grab some counter onto the Yeti this way. And now we just need to take out Hankety Hank Hank. Good night, Hanky. Excellent. Now, can we take down Cook Bart in some meaningful way? Twould be excellent. If Valiant gets his taunt off, and the Highwayman is still in stealth, then keep your eyes peeled for what happens. I'm also going to use this heal on Scarlet, even though she doesn't need it. Aha, Asamita, thank you for the follow. I need more of them follows. So I used the heal on my Scarlet, even though she didn't need to heal because it actually doubled her taunt duration. And that's really what I want. At this point in the battle, I'm really looking to keep all of the damage off of my main team as much as I possibly can. So the Yeti has counter, that's going to be very nice, but more than anything else, I just want to make sure that my characters can stay alive. Alive! All right, Cook Bart, can you take it down? Cook Bart's going down. Excellent. Let's go ahead and remove some buffs and all of the turn meter from the enemy Valley Val. I do not need to heal with the Locust, but do I have a heal coming from Wu? Oh, 1 turn short. That's all right. The Yeti abides. You know what? Let's go ahead and do another arena battle before we finish out our Hans Blix expedition. Captain Flameheart. Who is Hans Blix? Hans Blix, Captain Flameheart. It's Hans Blix. I don't think that's his actual correct last name, but it's a reference to I think it's a reference to the person who was in charge of looking for weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East. Oh no, it was Hans Blix.
Yay!
Hans Blix. He was a Swedish diplomat. Yeah. He was the person responsible for looking for weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. And so the reference that Mike was making was that he never found anything, and Mike was basically using it because he was saying that we couldn't find anything in the game. So we were being just like Hans Blix, not being able to find anything in the game. Okay. Check out Extreme Gamer's comment. In order from the most to the least important, which teams need a rework ASAP? Extreme Gamer. So, as a whole team, a city team that works with the fire station needs a rework, but that'll probably happen when they introduce another city character, like maybe a police captain or like a fire station captain or something like that. I would just say that the collectibles also need a rework pretty badly. There is basically a very, very small number of collectibles that anybody's actually using. The Highwayman still sees a lot of use, and the Yeti, if you have him, sees a lot of use, but that's about it. So those are probably the two that stick out to me. The Imperials could also use a giant rework because they are not great. They're okay, but they're not great, but nobody really has them anyway, so I don't know that it matters. Ooh, look at this. This team rank 42. This is a good one to showcase. We've got the Dojo with the Nuke Ninja team. Now notice there's no Master Wu on this team. I can almost guarantee you that this player has Master Wu based on just the level of that they've leveled up everybody else. But here we want to take the opportunity and just smash as many of their people as we can because they have no heals on their team. So I think the first person that I'm actually going to smash, I always start with Kai. Kai has this extreme ability to just absolutely decimate your team if you let him get his attacks off. So we're going to come in here and just try to take him out. Hopefully, so his first attack is going to be a miss. Now, if we can hit him with the Yeti, this would be brilliant. He dodges. Oh my goodness, that's 3 dodges from Kai in a row, and now we lose the fight. That's it. And we're done. Fight is over. We lost. Wow. How holy dodging, Batman. That was ridiculous. Let's see, everybody's going to be too slow, so removing all of those don't matter. So I guess I'll remove from you. I probably should have used the heal. Yeah, so like that's exactly what happened. Kai dodged 3 attacks in a row. Only one of them needed to hit to kill him, but it doesn't matter because now he's dead as a doornail. Let's see now. I need to heal. I need to lock people out of their abilities. Everybody is just going to come in and clobber me. He's got hardy, so even if I hit him, it doesn't matter. I could hit him and take him down and lose that heal. I think I have to take the risk, but it's not enough damage to kill. And now you see the power of the nuclear team that we are fighting against. Great. It actually ended up still even being relatively close. Even with Kai dodging 3 abilities in a row at the beginning of the fight. And that's the reason why dodge is a terrible mechanic and it should be removed from the game as quickly as humanly possible because it's horrible. And that one mechanic that I could not control, and again, this is what I harp on all the time, it's because you can't control it that it is a problem. And you're only playing with yourself here. Oh my goodness, what a broken record. Every single day, there is a public service announcement about how terrible the dodge mechanic is. And there you go. One character dodge 3 times in a row, and the entire rest of the arena battle is lost. Period, end of story. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Let's put a highwayman on our team and get in and finish up the Brickspedition. Stealthy, hello sir, how are you doing? Did I miss? Oh, no, I got it. Hans Martin Blix. You guys are still talking about Hans Blix. Lego have a super cop Duke something or other. Would love to see him in the game. Super cop Duke? I'm not sure who you're I'm not sure who you actually mean, Mike. I don't friend randoms. Back to the Blixpedition. Yes, Mike. Matt, could you play Roblox for the first time? No. Red, what did I tell you about spamming chat? Don't do it, my man. Don't do it. I have the power to silence you. Okay. Coming back into the Blixpedition, we are fighting against the Pirate team. So on this one, it's important to remember we are, to the best of our ability, going to save all of the ultimates for when we get to the actual Buccaneers team on the next level of this one. So, I am not going to grab the taunt with the Yeti since he's so low already, but I will heal him up a little bit and then grab the taunt with my Locusty Loke in order to keep him nice and cheery. I'm going to save the heal from my Woo because I know all the damage is coming onto Locust for a second here. So now we're actually going to taunt with the Yeti to see if we can split some of that damage off from the Locust, because I don't want him to die, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and give everybody that defense up buff. Now let's come around and give everybody that heal. Excellent. Now we got to take down Private LeQuay. So he's got that dodgy on him. That is the good dodgy, by the way. The one where you know for a fact ahead of time you're going to be missing an attack. And now, wow, Yeti just going crazy on the enemy team here. That's what I like to see, Yeti man. That's what I like to see. Just take them all down, fool. Take them all down. Okay, the Yeti just shelling out that damage. Love to see that. Gotta take down Valiant. Gotta take down the Valiant man. And we have all of our specials lined up, ready to go as we hit this enemy team. Now, I can do a special here, but I don't want to because I need to get the Dizdaz up on Redbeard. So we're just gonna do a normal attack here. Ooh, we get 2 of them off. Now we've got some, now we've got some questions. I can do this, give maybe some disarm, some attack down, but who's gonna be going next? It looks like it is going to be, next is going to be my, what's his name, Commander Cold. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the Locust's heal while we try to put, yes, Dizzy on our main man Redbeard over here. This is good, exciting news. Now we're going to just not do any damage, but we're gonna load up the debuffs and then we're going to smash with the Highwayman. Let's see how much damage this does. Should be a guaranteed crit with all of those debuffs. This should be a huge one. 18,000 damage, I will take it. Now we can just smash everybody else with all of the rest of the specials that we have at our disposal. I don't even think it's going to matter what happens now. Everybody is just going to get absolutely demolished. Come on in here. Let's give just AoE damage to everybody. Just all of the ultimates, one after another after another. Everybody's just going to suffer for it. Yes, 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 yes. Now, oof, look at that. Very close to taking out the Locust at the end of all of this. I do want Scarlet's Taunt to run out while I am healing up my Loki boy, which means that I am not actually going to hit her. Although I could hit her now. Because it's only the chill characters that remove. Oh no, did that wrong. But I think it's going to be okay because now I can hit everybody except for those people who dodged, clearly. Duh. Scarlet. Oh, Scarlet. You donezo. Hanky Hank. You donezo. Argenta. You donezo. Nice. Excellent. And now we can come in, and I'm even going to taunt with my Locust. Why? Just to rub it in your face that you couldn't kill me, pirates. Just to rub it in your face. Take that, fool. Now, what do we have left here? That is the end of our Brixpedition day. We're going to come in here and put some people in the excavation. See how much time we have left before I can do that last arena battle. And I'll try and do that one live for you. We're probably going to fight that same Ninja Nuke team. See if we can get that to work for us. And see how we go from there. Man, look at all of these people, all these tags that I have today. So many of them. Wow. So many of them. Getting all the way to the bottom where all these characters are worthless. 2.3 million awesomeness put in. And for tomorrow, all heroes gain defense up, all heroes gain max health, and all heroes gain 2 stacks of heal over time. Now, check it out. This one right here. All heroes gain 15% max health for the entire battle. That is going to be the most useful one for tomorrow because it means that the Yeti's payback is actually going to heal him for more because his max health will be higher, which is how that payback is calculated. Isn't the city rework going to happen next year? Extreme. The old dev team said yes, it was slated for the beginning of 2021. We do not know how that rates on the new dev team set of priorities. Duke Dutane, Matt, check him out. The Super Cop. Oh, gotcha. I will check that out. Is the Yeti that strong? Asks Red. Well, under the right circumstances, the Yeti is super, super powerful. He is a decent tank because he's got over 16,000 health and over 1,200 defense. So I've been pairing him with Magisto so that when he taunts and gets payback, not only does he have that high defense, but he can also heal himself whenever he retaliates. Which is why you got to be careful against that ninja team like this one, which is now at 43. Am I missing something? I think it's the same team that was at 42. Yeah, but 42 is ranked higher. So that's what we were looking at there. His laptop is Gameloft Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. Mike, are you still talking about Emilian? Does he need to build it before he can be able to use it? I think so, yes. He sends out comments, right? Baron says he's not spamming. He's just the only person in chat. Right, so Baron, what you can't see is I'm actually streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So a lot of these comments that I'm replying to that you can't see are actually running on Twitch. And I have both feeds running in at the same time for me to respond to. So I can look at YouTube and Twitch all together. And I can see who's talking from YouTube and who's talking from Twitch. But that's why I mean, like, if you're typing a lot in YouTube, it will still affect the whole feed because I have all of them conglomerated into one place. New time quest for both Willa and Burnibus tiles. What? Theo? What? Now I gotta check this out because this is one that I'm gonna want. This one. Ooh. Win 3 arena battles with Officer Primo. What? Win Brixpedition battles with Officer Primo. No, and I just finished my Brixpedition. Ugh, goodness. This is going to be a tough one. And I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I'm going to go for this one. And I know that might be upsetting, but Officer Primo is he's just not that good. He's just not that good. Can I win arena battles and Brickspedition battles with Officer Primo on the team? Yes, I can. But for an additional, I know I am actually farming both of these characters, but even given the fact that I'm farming both of these characters, I still don't think I'm going to worry about this. Truth be told, the amount of arena battles that I would lose for having Officer Primo on my team, I probably would outweigh that by just continuing to do it the way that I am doing it to get a bigger arena payout at the end of the day for the next 3 days, rather than having Officer Primo on my team. And in the Brickspedition, I mean, Barnabas is not that hard to get, so I'm not super worried about that, nor am I worried about Brickspedition currency or arena currency. So despite the fact that Willa is a gift in this new Path of the Master timed quest, I am still not going to do it. But thank you very much for pointing that out. That's really, really great that you pointed that out. Looks like another time quest that can't be completed, says Captain Flameheart. Yeah, especially because Primo's only at 5 stars, and he's like super... Officer Primo needs a rework. He is super weak, actually, right now. Just not great. 30 bricks battles in 3 days with Primo. It is doable, but it's not easily doable. What's up, Lego Ninjago fan? How are you doing? Dumbback? Dumback? Probably? Dumback, I guess? Because it's just dumb with AK on it? I don't know. I don't know what it means. Anyway, let's go in here to this arena battle. Let's actually see if we can find that same team. Here it is. Let's give this another shot and see what happens. We really, really, really want to try and prevent the Kaizenator from one-shotting everybody. That would be really, really great, in my opinion. So, if we can take him down, possibly without a whole series of dodges, that would be nice. Aha, there's one dodge. Okay, we get this one. Let's see if we can get a little hit here. We get a second hit, but can we get the most important hit, which is going to be from the Yeti with his AoE? Ooh, look at that. Oh, just coming in and smashing. Wow. So we take down Kai, but in the meantime, well, so that was terrible. So many turns they just got, and I'm not sure why, but yeah. So that stunk to high heaven. That was even worse than last time, and I did get Kai down. Oh my goodness. That team stinks. Well, I guess I won't be fighting that team anymore. Wow, that was really upsetting. Okay, I gotta look and see what just happened there. Because they got like 9,000 turns all together in a row. So let me see if I can put this together and see what happens. Ninjago heroes have their accuracy increased, they have their attack increased, and all heroes have their crit chance increased. Okay, fine. They all deal a lot more damage, we get it. Now this one. When a hero makes an attack that is a crit, each Spinjitzu hero has a chance to gain Hardy. If their health is below 40%, they also gain Payback. Okay, fine. That still doesn't answer why they got so many attacks all in a row like that. When a ninja hero successfully hits, they do bonus damage for each buff they have. Okay, fine. So great. The ninjas can all one-shot you. Cool. Understood. Is it from Digi-J? Garmadon's special abilities. Let's see. His passives. At the start of battle. They have their attack increased below 50%. They have a 50% chance to gain. Okay. When Garmadon army hero is below, they have a chance to gain pep. Right. So none of that came into play. None of this came into play. All the heroes gain the same buffs, though. Like all of those extra buffs, that comes into play. Sure. Deals damage to all foes. He didn't do that ability, so that's not the ability that came into play. I guess it was just that they one-shotted my whole team because that's what they do. God, that stunk. At the end of his turn, he's got a chance to grant attack up to each hero who has stealth. All right. Whenever another hero critically hits a foe, he has a chance to do a bonus attack and then remove a charge from J. And when he does a bonus attack, he has a chance to gain charge. Okay, so basically it's DigiJ. There you go. So DigiJ just wrecked my entire team all by himself. So that's fun and dandy. Gain pep. All heroes who have a chance to gain speed up. Yeah, so thank you, DigiJ, for being a major pain in the butt. Well, that team is terrible, and I hate them. Wow, so that's two teams that are terrible and that I hate. But I guess it makes some degree of sense, right? That the ninjas are that way because they are still, like, that team is very squishy. The problem is that you don't have any, like, your team doesn't stay alive long enough to take advantage of the squishiness. I don't know. There's a lot of attack up that happens on the ninja team. Probably too much, if I'm being completely honest with you. But especially when you combine it with the fact that they all go into stealth and you can't target them anyway. So, I don't know. Not a giant fan of that one. But it is what it is. Clearly, I should have targeted Jay first, and that's what I will do from now on. You stood no chance, says Fernando. Yes, Fernando. It is very clear I stood absolutely no chance. Do another team testing then. I mean, at the moment it's not. I think I just need to target DigiJ first instead and see if I can maybe put Dizzy on him if that makes a difference. I don't know. That's probably what I'll try next time. Which country do I live in? Red, I'm in New York. Magisto's Tower has a hardy. I think this is key for this game, but this note is hard to farm. Yes, Baron, very hard to farm. Magisto's Tower is a very slow farm from all of your Brickspedition events. Do I think the ninjas need a nerf? Extreme, generally speaking, yes. So the way that I make decisions about who I think needs a nerf is just by looking at the arena, right? So in the arena, we can see at the top that we've got a combination of Magisto's Tower with some magical characters and a couple of castle characters. Underneath that, we have somebody who's actually using, this is a very interesting one, they're actually using the trader transport. And I think they're the only person using the trader transport, so we'll skip them. But then look at this. Magisto's Tower, with the exception of this trader transport, Magisto's Tower is the top. And there's one dojo. So out of the top 20, great. So out of the top 20 sets, 17 of them are Magisto's Tower. That right there. That is mechanical, like objective proof that Magisto's Tower is too powerful. Otherwise, there wouldn't be 17 out of 20 people using it. It's also the one that I'm currently farming up. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to suffer for this as well. I will. But look at that. 17 of the top 20 people are using Magisto's Tower. That is evidence to Gameloft that Magisto's Tower is too strong. And then you can also look at the rest of the sets and see what nobody is using, right? So you see a bunch of people using the dojo with exactly this crazy ninja spike team. Fine, whatever. But then you see a bunch of a few Forbidden Islands, but there's not quite so many of those. There's like 4 of them in the top group that I can see, so that's kind of fine. Somebody at number 2 with the Trader Transport, that's completely different. I would completely leave that. Even the dojo only has, for as frustrating as it was for me to fight against that team with my iStation Odyssey team, The dojo appears, but it doesn't appear that much, though it does appear second most of any of the teams. And as you get out of the top 20 into the top 50, then all you see is Forbidden Island, Megisto's Tower, and Dojo. Nothing else. That's all you see. Now, let's say, for sake of argument, that we want to keep all of the advanced sets at the top, right? And that we do want there to be a difference between like the basically free sets and the premium sets. So we always want the premium sets to be at the top because they are premium. But let's go through then and see which sets are not represented. Eldorado's Fortress, not in there at all. Trader Transport, only in there once. Fire Station, only in there 0 times. Arctic Ice Glider's not even in there anymore. In space, we have 1 Ice Station Odyssey, and that's me, and it's not in the top 50. There were 0 Galaxy Explorer sets and 0 Alpha Centauri Outpost sets. Now, admittedly, Alpha Centauri Outpost, pretty hard to get. DigiJ Cyber Dragon, 0 of them. Ghostbusters Ecto 1, 0 of them. Now, Ecto 1, very hard to get, obviously, and you have to pay a lot of money for it. So let's scrap that one off the table. But there are a lot of sets here. Dojo Showdown is even a basic set, and it's still in there. Jay's Cyber Dragon, same farmability as Megisto's Tower, but no one is using it. Nobody. So this is all evidence to me that, like, yeah, Megisto's Tower needs a nerf. The dojo probably would get the next nerf after that, followed by perhaps Forbidden Island to such a degree. Or if they really don't want to nerf things, then they need to buff the other sets and the teams that go with them so that you have a fighting chance, right? With my Ice Station Odyssey, I can always get to the top 50 or just about the top 50. Unfortunately, today I'm going to be locked out at rank 51, but I can always get close to the top 50, which means the Ice Station Odyssey is just like almost there. And if I run a full chill team, it's kind of worse, to be completely honest, which is why I've changed it to be using the team I'm using now. Now, I might still need to massage a couple of things in there. There might still be things that I'm missing. It's possible that, for example, Megisto or Wu is not the best person to have on that team, especially if I include Locust. So Locust has at least 1 taunt removal. Maybe there's somebody that I swap out for Wu. Maybe Kelvin would end up working different or working better with her ability to put damage reduction on people, plus also be space and chill. I don't know. So I still have some room to grow here. Should probably use tomorrow's Brickspedition to try it out. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I refuse to conform with the meta, says Theo. Yeah, I don't really like doing it either. The problem is, in this case, the meta is so powerful. Like, it's so powerful. If it was only like 10% more powerful, I'd say like, yeah, we don't need to conform to the meta. We can still have fun without it. But in this case, it's like 100% more powerful than playing the game with any other set or collection of characters. So not only is it strong, it is so incredibly strong that it makes it almost completely unworth doing anything else. 8 out of 10 of the top of my shard are Megisto's Tower. Yep, see, there's Theo. Why are you putting a sad face, Lego Ninja person? Lego Ninja fan. Let's see, what else have you guys been saying? We're at the end of the stream here, so I'm basically just going to answer a few more of your questions and then say sayonara for today, and I will be seeing you again on Wednesday. But before I do that, wait, no. What's today? Thursday. Saturday. I'll see you again on Saturday. Do you have Mr. Gold and Spooky Ghost? Baron, I do not know who Mr. Gold is. Dojo gives too much damage for ninjas and Hardy too. Yeah, so Asamita, I actually think it's a big problem that the ninjas get Hardy in particular. I think if they just removed Hardy, it would probably be okay. I understand that the dojo gives a lot of damage, and I actually think it's okay for the ninjas to represent this nuclear team, right? That just comes in and smashes you down while they are relatively fragile. But in order for that dynamic to work, they have to be fragile. So to give them Hardy actually kind of defeats the purpose, because now it takes just as many hits to kill them. It takes fewer hits to get them down to 0 hit points. But then they have hardy, so you still have to hit them again. And they're very fast, and they do a lot of damage. So I think if they just removed hardy, it would actually be a lot more realistic and probably a better balance for the ninja team. Because then you run the risk of, like, just like everybody else, if you get dodged on that first round, then you're going to get wiped out. But if you hit on that first round, then you will win. I think it's that hardy, it really is that hardy thing that really makes that team go above and beyond to just be so hard to defeat with anybody except your own Megisto's Tower team, who also can put hardy on. Because then, even if a ninja hits you for 20k damage, you still don't die because you have hardy, right? So you can use hardy to combat the ninjas, but then the ninjas also get it. It's too much. They should not get hardy, is my opinion. I want my arena team in real life, says Baron. Yeah, go for it, dude. All of these minifigures are available. You can buy them all. Buff Hot Dog Man and the rest of the bad characters and make them on par with all the other characters. Extreme, that is always what they're trying to do in games like this. They just have an interesting way of figuring out what is balanced. And in case of Megisto's Tower, it seems like they constantly get it wrong. Are they dodging in real life when you stepping on them? Baron, that would be pretty funny, actually. All right, guys. I am going to call it here for the day. I have to get to my real job. But, as always, I do very much appreciate you guys for joining me here. I hope to see all of you on Saturday at 9 a.m. And until then, be good to each other. Be nice. Go outside a little bit if it's nice where you are, but wear a mask and be safe. And I will see you in the weekend. Later, alligators.